Hello, and welcome to the Book Capsule, the podcast where we give you the knowledge of hundreds of pages from life-changing books in the shortest time possible. And today, we're going to talk about How to Talk to Anyone by Leil Lowndes. This book is a treasure trove of tips and tricks to help you improve your communication skills and build rapport with anyone you meet. Whether you want to make a good impression, start a conversation, sound confident, or fit in with any crowd, this book has you covered. But before we dive into the book, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt awkward or nervous when talking to someone new? Have you ever struggled to find the right words or keep the conversation going? Have you ever wished you could be more charismatic and persuasive? If you answered yes to any of these questions, don't worry, you're not alone. Many people struggle with communication, especially in this age of social media and texting. But communication is one of the most important skills you can have in life. It can help you make friends, find love, advance your career, and achieve your goals. That's why we are so excited to share with you some of the best tips from this book. These tips are based on the secrets and psychology behind successful communication, and they are easy to apply in any situation. So let's get started. The first tip is about how to intrigue everyone without saying a word. Yes, you heard me right. You can make people curious and interested in you before you even open your mouth. How? By using your appearance, posture, smile, eye contact, and handshake. Let me give you an example. Imagine you walk into a room full of strangers. How do you make a good first impression? Well, according to the book, you should do the following. Dress appropriately for the occasion and the audience. You don't want to look underdressed or overdressed. You want to look like you belong there. Stand up straight and tall. Don't slouch or hunch your shoulders. This shows that you are confident and comfortable in your own skin. Smile slowly and warmly. Don't flash an immediate smile as soon as you see someone. This looks fake and insincere. Instead, look at their face for a second. Pause, soak in their persona, then let a big, warm, responsive smile flood over your face and overflow into your eyes. This shows that you are genuinely happy to see them and that they are special to you. Make eye contact with everyone you meet. Don't stare or look away too quickly. This shows that you are attentive and respectful. But don't just look at their eyes. Look at their whole face. Notice their expressions, their emotions, their features. This shows that you are interested and curious about them. Shake hands firmly and warmly. Don't squeeze too hard or too soft. Don't hold on too long or too short. This shows that you are friendly and professional. If you do these things, you will create a positive impression and make people want to know more about you. The second tip is about how to know what to say after you say hi. This is where many people get stuck. They don't know how to start or maintain a conversation with anyone. They run out of things to say or they say the wrong things. But don't worry, the book has some great techniques for this too. One of them is called the big baby pivot. This is when you turn the conversation towards the other person as soon as possible. Why? Because people love talking about themselves. They love sharing their opinions, experiences, feelings, and dreams. So how do you do this? Well, after you introduce yourself and exchange some pleasantries, ask them an open-ended question that invites them to talk about themselves. For example, what do you do for fun? How do you know the host? What are you passionate about? What are your plans for the weekend? Then listen attentively and show interest in what they say. Another technique is called the swiveling spotlight. This is when you shift the focus back and forth between yourself and the other person during the conversation. Why? Because people also want to know about you. They want to find common ground, learn something new, or get some advice from you. So how do you do this? Well, after they answer your question or tell you something about themselves, share something related about yourself. For example, I'm planning to watch a movie this weekend. Have you seen any good ones lately? Then ask them another question or comment on what they say. This way, you create a balanced and engaging conversation that makes both of you feel valued and interested. The third tip is about how to communicate with charisma. This is when you use your voice, words, and gestures to convey confidence, authority, and charisma. Why? Because people are influenced by how you say things, not just what you say. They are drawn to people who sound and act like leaders, experts, and celebrities. So how do you do this? Well, the book has some amazing techniques for this too. One of them is called the voice chuckle. This is when you add a slight laugh to your voice when you say something positive or humorous. Why? Because it makes you sound more friendly, relaxed, and confident. It also makes the other person feel good and want to join in the laughter. For example, that's hilarious. Another technique is called the tombstone game. This is when you use short and powerful sentences to make your point. Why? Because it makes you sound more clear, concise, and convincing. It also makes the other person pay more attention and remember what you say. For example, less is more. Time is money. Actions speak louder than words. A third technique is called the killer compliment. This is when you give sincere and specific praise to someone. Why? Because it makes them feel appreciated, respected, and admired. It also makes them like you more and want to reciprocate the compliment. For example, you have a beautiful smile. These are just some of the techniques that can help you communicate with charisma. The fourth and final tip is about how to be an insider in any crowd. This is when you fit in with any group of people, no matter how different they are from you. Why? Because people like people who are like them. They trust them more, relate to them more, and cooperate with them more. So how do you do this? Well, the book has some brilliant techniques for this too. One of them is called the name game. This is when you use people's names frequently when you talk to them. Why? Because it makes them feel special, important, and remembered. It also shows that you care about them and pay attention to them. For example, "So Mary, what do you think about this?" "Thank you, David. I appreciate your help." Another technique is called the mood match. This is when you match your mood to theirs when you talk to them. Why? Because it makes them feel understood, validated, and comfortable. It also shows that you are empathetic and adaptable. If they are happy, be happy too. If they are sad, be sympathetic too. If they are angry, be calm too. A third technique is called the echo technique. This is when you use their words and phrases when you talk to them. Why? Because it makes them feel listened to, respected, and agreed with. It also shows that you share their views and values. If they say awesome too. If they say I reckon too. If they say cheers too. These are just some of the techniques that can help you be an insider in any crowd. So there you have it. 4 tips on how to talk to anyone from this amazing book by Leil Lowndes. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Book Capsule and learned something new today. And if you liked this episode, please leave us a rating and a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. It really helps us reach more people and share these valuable insights with them. Thank you for listening to the Book Capsule, and I'll see you next time with another great book summary. Until then, remember, the more you read, the more you know, and the more you know, the more you grow. Cheers.